Hello, students. This is Mrs. McCutcheon. Welcome to your virtual school welcome video. What you will see here is your welcome video is going to be based on step 1 of your welcome invitation to your online mathematics class. Notice from your email or your text message that you received there is a step 2, a step 3, and a step 4. You will be eligible to get activated once you complete step 3 right here, once you complete step 3 of your welcome invitation. That is, you're going to text me with some information, your name, your phone number, and the best time to chat with you in regards to your welcome. But as soon as I get that text message to let me know that you have viewed the session, I'll go ahead and activate your class, and then we can talk anytime during the week. Step 4 is a step that is really geared for your parents to give them access to their parental account so that they can keep track of your grades and any support or help that you need. So please make sure that your parents do step 4. Step 1, the activation process. If you're new to BVS, and you need some additional support, please be sure to view the BVS Basics video link that I emailed you. If you're not new and you just need this session really to kind of get geared up and ready for my math course, then you're in the right place. Watch the video with your parents. If your parents aren't available right now, that's fine. Just make sure that they have the opportunity to see it so that everybody is on the same page with expectations. And then be sure to complete steps 2, 3, and 4. Again, steps 2 and 3 are necessary in order to activate your course. Step 4 is just the benefit for your parents. When you are activated into my course, you will see the announcement page show up when you enter into your math class. Over here on the side, you see I have some blue keys. Those blue links or keys are what help me to navigate through the course. If you don't see blue links there, what you will see is up in the black navigation bar, there is a like 3-line little memo indicator. It's right there, that when you click on that, it will give you all of the navigation tools as well. And when you click on it, it drops down like a black bar that has navigation links like your online textbook, which is your lessons link, your email link, your assessments, and your grade book. All of that can be shown. If you prefer to have the blue links like I have over here on the side, then all you need to do is go up to the upper left-hand corner up here. You can't see it really on my screen because I didn't snapshot that. But anyway, your name is right there. And if you do under your name and you select preferences, then under preferences, you'll be able to get the navigation links on the side, on the left-hand side bar, rather than across the top. It's totally up to you. I just prefer to be able to see them. But then, like I said, you have all of those links there that will help you navigate through the course. On my announcement page, some important information that you will see is my phone number. You can call me or text me at this number, 754-307-4994. You'll also see my office hours. The bulk of my office hours are Monday through Thursday from 10 to 3:30. I have Friday office hours from 9 to noon, and then in the evenings, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays from 6 to 8 p.m. I do work outside of my office hours, but those are for special scheduled times with students. Just make sure that when you need to do a DBA or you need a help session, try your very best to ask for support during these office hour times. Also on my announcement page, you will see where you can schedule a DBA. This star typically spins, but it's a snapshot. So you just go over here and you click right there at that link, and it will take you into my DBA scheduler. DBAs are 15 minutes in duration and can be scheduled up to 10 days in advance, right here, 10 days in advance. So if you don't see any DBAs available within a 10-day period of time, that means that other kids were a little bit more proactive and scheduled times. But that doesn't mean you can't talk to me. So if you don't see a day or time that is convenient for you and you know you need to get a DBA done, then please call me or text me and we'll set something up. I will fit you in somewhere. The flexibility comes from using my scheduler and being proactive to get it scheduled. If you're not, then you're kind of at the mercy of any times I have available. So if you like flexibility, be proactive and make sure that you schedule your DBAs. Check your pace chart at the beginning of the week and say, hey, do I have a DBA this week? If you do, schedule it Monday for some day during the week. You don't have to do it on Monday, but if you wait till the day you want to do it, it could be a little stressful. So use my scheduler, but again, if it's full or there are not any convenient times available for you, text me, email, call me. I'll fit you in somewhere. This little butterfly that's right here is the access point to getting into my virtual office. I do a weekly tutoring session as well as help sessions that we set up day and time to work together. This is a way that we can work where I can show you information in real time. In this next blue box down below, you will see that there are recordings. So anytime I do a help session, I keep a recording of those sessions and they will show up in this link right here. Like it says Tuesday tutorial help session links. When you click on that, it will show you a table of all the recordings that I've done for your class. If you click on it right now, you're not going to see any recordings. But over the course of the next few weeks, you'll start to see recordings show up on that link. Right here where you see this tab or this little pin, that is because it's an important hot link. If you need some support in my math class, this is my math course help page. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a moment. But in addition to that, you have a link to the Khan Academy, to Purple Math, to the World of Math, Math is Fun, and then a link to the Florida Department of Education where you can get support for your Math EOC or your Math FSA test. Let's take a look what this pinned item, Mrs. McCutcheon's math course help page, looks like. Let's see what that looks like. When you click it, it will bring you to a page like this. Now this is the geometry one that is shown here. If you're in my pre-algebra class, then obviously this would say pre-algebra. But what's really nice about this is you see that you can click right here at the very top like Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, and when you click on it, the page will immediately scroll to where the information is for that particular module. And what you will see is that there are the modules are listed by name for each one of the lessons, like lesson 1.00, 1.01, and so on. Then this little week due it's kind of like what Florida Virtual thinks a student should do, but that's a little bit different than what your pace chart might say, okay? So don't worry so much about what week it is, but if you're working on that lesson and you need maybe a note-taking guide for the lesson, or there's an assignment that you have to do on a word processing document or by hand, there is a little video that shows you what exactly you have to do to submit to me. And then in addition to that, there are some linked to Khan Academy videos that can help you throughout lesson by lesson. The purpose of this page is to help support you as you go through your module. And so that way you're not spending endless amounts of time looking for video support on the World Wide Web. This link here will help gear and support you lesson by lesson throughout the course. And again, the 8th grade math, you have a page dedicated specific to your course as well. So let's talk about the online textbook. If you're in my pre-algebra 8th grade math class, now that might mean that you're a 6th, 7th, or 8th grader, but if you're in my pre-algebra class, this is what your textbook will look like. You have lessons that will be encompassed in each one of the modules, and as you can see here in Module 1, you've got Segment 1, you've got Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4, and in second segment you have Modules 5 through Module 8, so 4 modules in each one. But there's one really special module that I'd like to make sure that you do first, and this is on your pace chart. It's this right here, Getting Started. Take you about 10 minutes, but go through this module because it helps show you how to navigate your online textbook. Shows you how to access videos, how to look at notes, how to see support information for the module. So please make sure that during week 1, and again, this is on your pace chart as an assessment, look through the Getting Started module. There's nothing to submit, it's read only, but it's super important reading that's going to help support you throughout the course. If you happen to be in my geometry course, Well, this is what your online textbook is going to look like. For you, you have in semester 1, modules 1 through module 5, and in semester 2, you have module 6 through module 9. You as well have a getting started module. Again, make sure that that's the very first thing you do. Even if you're a second semester starting student, if you're going right into segment 2, spend the time looking at the getting started module. Unless you've already done Broward Virtual and you've already taken the first semester online and you know how to use your textbook, this still could be a good refresher for you. So please make sure that that's the first thing you do. And again, it is on your page chart as an assignment to do during week 1. Geometry has the option of being an honors student or a regular student. If you happen to choose geometry for honors credit, this is what I expect. I want you to make sure that you're committed to excelling in math, that you complete projects 1 per segment. This is 504 in semester 1 and 9.05 in semester 2. Make sure that you stay on pace each week. If you're a middle school student, this is important. If you're in middle school taking a high school for credit course, you are required to take honors. So you don't have a choice. If you happen to be a high school student, 9 through 12, you have the choice. If you did not enroll for honors, I encourage you, if you think that you're a strong math student and you want to take on the challenge, go take a peek at 504 and 905 and say, are you interested in taking on that challenge? If you are, let me know. I can always adjust your enrollment to give you the opportunity to earn the honors credit. Okay, there aren't any additional tests or any additional assignments. It's just those 2 projects that you would be expected to complete. So let me know if you did not enroll for honors but are up for the challenge. Geometry is also an EOC-based course. So you will see on my announcement page that there are some additional resources available for you. I have 4 practice tests that also include an answer key, and I have a reference page that takes you to the postulates and theorems. So as you are preparing throughout the course, if you want to print out a couple of these tests and randomly practice, I think that would be a good idea. During the Tuesday help sessions, we'll be going over questions very similar to these test spec items in module and tests 1 through 4. So it's additional support. Again, the Tuesday tutorials are also a support mechanism to prepare you for the geometry EOC. And if I could put this little plug in, the students I've had in the past that have participated in Tuesday tutorials and practiced these resources and used Math Nation, which we will talk about in geometry as you get started in the school year, have all been successful with 3, 4s, and 5s. The students who don't pass the geometry EOC are the ones who just aren't making good choices to take the additional resources and prepare with. So make a personal goal to be successful. If you happen to be, oops, I skipped a slide. If you happen to be taking my course for credit recovery, your online textbook is going to look like this. Just like everybody else's, you have a getting started module. Please make sure that you pay attention to that to help you navigate through your course. In semester 1, you as well have modules 1 through 5, and in semester 2, you have modules 6 through module 9. Some supplies for the course, and now these are, oops, sorry. These are supplies that are important for all 3 of my math classes. Having a computer or a computer-like device, word processing so that whenever you submit a document, you can submit it as an RTF or a PDF. Make sure you have plenty of paper for computing and taking notes. If you happen to be a paper person, number 4 and number 5 are important for you. Get you a binder and some separator tabs so that you can stay organized. If you're not a paper person and you like to keep everything digital, well then what I would say instead of 4 and 5 is I would say here, create a folder on your computer and name it math, okay? Name it math so you can keep all your documents in one place and stay organized. You don't have to print stuff out. Some kids aren't paper people. That's totally fine. But keep a place where you can have all of your math information. Number 6 says some graphing paper, but you won't need a lot of graphing paper. The resources within the course give you graph paper that you can print out as needed. A protractor or straight edge, which is number 7. A ruler is also fine. In geometry, number 9, a compass is necessary. If you're doing semester 1, you're going to need a compass in module 1. So make sure that you straight away get one. Lesson 1.02 is the first teacher graded assessment that you have to do by hand using a compass. So it's really important that you get that for Module 1. And last, a good attitude, a willingness to learn. Make corrections as needed and communicate with me. If you are not being successful, I bet you it's because you're also not communicating with me or your parents or some sort of support network to help you better understand the material. So please reach out when you need additional support in your course. This is what your, This is what your pace chart is going to look like. When I send it to you, you will see that my personal information is up here at the top. Okay, you will see the due date of when each of your assignments are due by week. So this first week here, this shows you during week 1 the assignments that you should submit. So you've got this first assignment here, second assignment here, and third. And what you will see is on an average, you will have to do 3 assignments per week. There might be some weeks where I expect 4 assignments because one of those assignments might be a pre-test. Pre-tests, it doesn't really matter how well or how poorly you do. It's just trying to identify your prior knowledge. There's nothing to study. You just go in and do about a 10-20 question pre-test. So I build those into weeks where you might have 3 assignments due, and that would then become your 4th assignment. At the bottom of the page, I'd like you to put in what your grade goal is, and hopefully we're gearing for A's and B's. Sometimes gearing for an A or B, we have to settle with a C and realize that we should have maybe done some things differently in the semester, but please make sure that you're gearing yourself towards success. A's and B's being the success rate that I hope for everybody. I do recognize not everybody is a lover of math, and sometimes it gets really hard, and sometimes the result is not always pleasurable, and that will happen. But if you set your goal for an A or a B, who knows what you're able to accomplish. So set high standards for yourself and then reach to meet those high standards. DBAs, also known as discussion-based assignments. You'll hear this all the time. In math, you have one for each one of the modules. Okay, you must complete it in order to get the password for the module exam. And I tend to lock modules. So when you take the module 1 DBA and I give you the password to the module 1 test, you'll notice that module 2 is locked. In order to get the password for the module 2, you have to contact me. This is just a way to make sure that you're staying on task, because some students tend to do assignments and then avoid doing tests. That's not a good learning strategy. So I'm trying to support you by saying, hey, let's do all the work in Module 1. Let's make corrections to Module 1, do the Module 1 DBA, take the exam, and then begin Module 2. Sometimes you're done with the module but don't have a DBA scheduled till maybe later in the week, and instead of wasting time, I want you to go ahead and get started with the next module. So all you have to do is contact me for the password to get in. But keep in mind, I'm giving you the password on a leap of faith that you're going to complete your DBA and your exam for that module as you begin to work in the next module. Don't skip around. Please, please, please stay on target. It's the best learning strategy. Do the work, do the DBA, do the test, start the next module. That's the best linear approach to learning in math. Your DBAs must be scheduled, and you can schedule them using, again, my DBA scheduler, the one where the spinning star was on my announcement page. If it's full or not a convenient time, remember, I have time for you. All you have to do is text me, email me, or call me. The DBA scheduler is based on a 10-day showing, so 10 days out. If you're trying to look for something at the end of the month, well, obviously there's going to be nothing available. The scheduler is only available for 10 days at a time. Okay? The best way to prepare for a DBA, students sometimes get very nervous about DBAs. Please don't be nervous. It's a conversation with your best friend, and that would be me. I want to be your best friend in math. So to be successful, what you need to do is complete all of your module assessments. Complete them successfully, okay? Meaning A's and B's. That's what we're gearing for. If you don't get an A or a B, then make the corrections as needed. This is important. Make those corrections so that you understand your mistakes. That's the beautiful thing of online learning. If you don't do it well the first time, you get the opportunity to make corrections to it, redo it a second time to start to master the learning. Module tests and semester exams, you do not get the chance for corrections. So in your daily work that's on your PACE chart, make sure that you're making those corrections so that you can be successful in your assessments. If you're struggling, make sure that you attend the weekly help sessions. That's what I'm there for, is to show you how to do the things that you don't understand. Review the module summaries. That's always helpful. And make a list of the concepts that we covered. I always put in your DBA instructor notes. So check there for some additional information. We'll talk about a learning scale for self-assessment on a scale of 1 to 4, how you would rate yourself. And then in your DBA response, you'll tell me, how do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 4, and tell me why. Okay? So we'll talk more about DBAs as that gets a little bit closer. Tuesday tutorials, what are they? They're for kids who are frustrated, need a little extra support, or curious maybe what other kids are asking and don't think to ask. Those are the reasons why you would come to Tuesday tutorials, okay? To log into my virtual office, go to the butterfly, and that will be the link that brings you in. For my pre-algebra course, it'll be every Tuesday from 11 to 12, and geometry is from 1 to 2, okay? Keeping in mind you have a collaboration to do, one each semester, you can use the Tuesday tutorial time as a way to collaborate. So then that way you guarantee yourself that opportunity to earn those points. Okay? So keep that in your agenda. Tuesdays from 11 to 12 if you're in pre-algebra, or 1 to 2 if you're in geometry. Starting the course. What do you need to get started? Once I activate your class, I'll send you a PACE chart in your email. I want you to make sure to print that or save it. The very first assignment on your PACE chart is going to tell you to do an enrichment assignment. Now, the enrichment assignment is later in the module because it's at the very end of semester 1 or at the very end of semester 2, depending on which one you're starting in. So you have to scroll down on your assessment link to be able to find it. All you're going to do is upload the PACE chart I sent you. Tell me what your grade goal is, and tell me what your end date is according to the PACE chart I sent you. It's a very easy activity, so please make sure that you do it, and it's worth 20 points. The next thing that you'll do during week 1 is review the Getting Started module or your lesson link. Okay, make sure you do that. And then there will be one assignment for you to do, which will be the module pretest. This direction that's right here, it just reminds you of what to do for that enrichment activity that is mandatory and again worth 20 points. You don't need to be writing this down right now. Just make a note of it mentally, because when you get into your course and you go to the assessment, like for example, if you are in pre-algebra you're in semester 1, you will go to lesson 411, upload your PACE chart, tell me what your grade goal is, and tell me what your end date is, and then hit submit and you'll earn your 20 points. Okay, so that's the enrichment activity that you will be doing that you'll see on your PACE chart. Some expectations. This is the expectation you should have of me as your teacher. I'm going to be available to you during my office hours. Okay, you're not going to be calling and be like, where's my teacher? I'm going to be available. I will promptly return your calls and your emails and grade your work. If you call once and I don't answer, just leave a message. I will call you back. You don't have to call me 3, 4, 5 times. I will call you back just by leaving a message. If you call and hang up, I will not call you back because I'll think, well, oops, maybe they called the wrong teacher. So if you want me to call you back, you need to leave a message with your name and the number I can reach you. I will also, as an expectation for you, give you weekly tutorial sessions. Again, Tuesdays from 11 to 12 and for geometry 1 to 2. I also will give you a PACE chart for the course at the beginning of the semester during week 1. So you will know exactly what I expect you to do every single week the day you activate your course. So that way if you need to plan a vacation or time off, or you know that you're going to have a really busy week, you'll know in advance what I expect out of math. And you can always work ahead. Work as fast as you like. But please do not put in jeopardy your grade. Okay? My expectations of you, that you'll contact me during my office hours, that you'll stay on PACE each week, that you'll attend tutorial sessions, especially if you are struggling with material. You'll get help, and that's fine, but submit the work that reflects your understanding. Do not submit somebody else's work. Why should I grade you and give you a good grade for something you didn't do. That doesn't make sense. Maintain academic integrity. I don't want you to fail an assignment and put your enrollment at Broward Virtual at risk. Do your own work. If you don't know how to do it, ask. I will help you. Schedule DBAs and help sessions and then be available at the time that you select. Okay? If something comes up and you have to cancel it, fine. Text me, email me. Don't just not show. Don't let me call you and you don't answer. Please communicate with me. Everybody's time is valuable. When it comes to success online, grades matter. I love this. The grade book is the G. Check your grade book often. Make sure that you're earning good grades. Sometimes we might have a little lapse in what we do and we get some zeros on assignments. You'll know that you got zeros because you're checking your grade book. And if you got a zero, make sure you do the assignment. Assignments will only stay a zero if you choose not to do them. So if you see anything going on that seems weird in your grade book and you want to take care of it, check it. If you don't understand, ask me and I'll tell you why. Resubmit. If you didn't earn an A on an assignment, review the material, correct your mistakes, and resubmit it. Okay? Make sure that you're working your best to do as good as you can. I like the motto for you to aim for perfection. Aim for perfection. Have that your goal. If you don't reach it, that's okay. Not everybody's perfect all the time. I'm okay with that. But if your overall goal is to work towards being perfect, you're going to have more successes than failures. Ask questions. If you're having trouble with something, email me. Let me know. If I don't know, I can't help you. Okay? The only way I can help you is if I know that you're struggling. All right? I can see that your grades are floundering, but I want to help kids who want help. All right? If I call you and you don't have a good grade, you're probably like, why are you calling me? Why are you bothering me? But if you're not doing well and you call me, that lets me know, you know what? This is a student who really does want some support. I want to help everybody. Everybody. But you first have to be in a position to want to be helped. So communicate with me so I can help you. DBAs. Don't procrastinate and skip them. I won't be scary. I'll try not to, I promise. Schedule it a couple of days in advance or a week in advance. Remember, 10 days in advance is totally fine. Okay, and if you have to cancel, that's okay. You can go in and cancel it and reschedule it for another time, or you can email or text me. Email. You have 2 email accounts. One email account is in the FLVS, the VSA email when you first log into the course or log into Broward Virtual School, basically. And before you go into an actual course, there's an email account there, which is where you got the message to come here. But once you get into your geometry course or your math course, there's another math course email account, and that's going to be our main form of communication. Make sure to check them both, but definitely be frequent with checking your math course email account, because if I grade something and I want to give you feedback to that grading, if my office hours change or there's something special that came up and I want you to know about it, I will send it to your math course email account, so please be sure to check there. Stay on pace. Keep your pace chart next to you while you're working in your class. That way you'll know. I mean, on a Sunday afternoon, you can plan out your week because you have your pace chart in all your classes. Look and see what you have to do and plan your time wisely. Also make sure if you know I'm going to need help on something, make a plan to get help during a time that I'm available. Plan to come to the Tuesday tutorial times. Okay? Make that plan and you will have great success in the course. Lastly, this is the end of step 1 and you will move on to step 2. Again, it was in your email. I showed you that on slide 1. I will ask you for a passphrase to our session today. That passphrase is, I love math. Okay? I love math. That's the passphrase that you're going to need as you complete step 2, which is a questionnaire of information in a Google Doc. Please move on to step 2. Once you completed step 2, you will then do step 3, which is to text me your first name, your last name, your course that you are taking, if you're in geometry, tell me whether you're doing honors or regular, and tell me the best time to contact you this week. I will activate your course as soon as I receive your email and I can confirm that you completed step 2. We can talk any day during the week, but you have to have completed step 1 and step 2 in order to be activated. I look forward to working with you this year, and I can't wait to see how successful you're going to be. Stay focused, ask for help, and enjoy learning.